Right, welcome back to Peterborough, guys. It's another game today, Wimbledon at home. A real chance for Ipswich Town to get the first of 3 points in a real big six-pointer. What can Town get up to today? We've got some new signings. Let's get talking. Come on. Right, welcome back, guys. So yeah, it's another opportunity for Ipswich Town to get 3 points on the table tonight against Wimbledon. But firstly, Ipswich Butters are putting on a special for anyone going to Ed Sheeran over the weekend. Friday to Monday, £3 return all day. All the details are below, and just check it out. In the meantime, Chameleon Tattoo Studios are our sponsors for today's match, so thank you very much for your sponsorship. But let's get over to the boys anyway. So today we're just going to have a chat about a few things. I've got to try and remember what we're actually speaking about first. So, boys, yes, I've got Andy, Mark, I've got John, and that's my brother Ben. His first appearance on here, and he's got a season ticket this season. You know, a bit of a plastic fan, but we'll let him off. Anyway, boys, let's just start with results first. Unbeaten in the last three. How do you think we're getting on, Mark?
Doing all right, really. I think if you looked at it, when the fixtures came out, we probably would have took 5 points, and Saturday went from sort of 3 points lost to a point gained by the end of the game because we're so poor in that second half. So yeah, you know, we would have liked 9 points ideally, but 5 isn't a bad start considering who we faced, to be honest. So yeah, go from there really. Definitely got to get 9 points for the next 3 though. So
yeah, well, I said it's an important 6-pointer firstly before we get into it, but obviously depending on whether Bolton's on or not, John, at the moment, it doesn't look very good, does it?
No, I think it will be on. I think that's why they did. Didn't have the game tonight, by the sound of it, to rest their players because their only average age is 19. So they've took the game off tonight so they can play Saturday, which is great for us. But yeah, I mean, we should win the next 3 games, hopefully.
On paper.
On paper, we should. Let's just see what we do. If we play like we did in the second half on Saturday, we ain't going to do anything. We're going to struggle this season. So we've got to get consistency in the team. And we should be good enough for this league, let's face it.
100%. John had a good point there. Second half on Saturday weren't too pleasing, was that, Andy?
No, I mean, I don't know, it just fell apart a bit. I think we were maybe a bit overcome by the occasion, or it wasn't particularly big or important match. But, I mean, we can't complain. We've gone there, away from home, we've drawn. And we had chances to win a match with the penalty, but 2 favourites ahead of us, Sunderland and Peterborough, and we haven't lost.
No, and that's quite important for us as a team, not to have lost to Sunderland or Peterborough, but really important for us to kick on. Ben, obviously it's your first season as a season ticket holder. I know you've been before, but you enjoying coming down the Portland Road so far?
Yeah, I quite like the atmosphere, to be honest. It's quite good. I was worried about where I was going to sit, you know, the seating and stuff. It's a good view, good people around.
You're in your section 6, yeah?
Yeah. I think the atmosphere is amazing, and to be honest, I think the fans last season coming together and everything is really good, and it's shown this season.
Yeah. And obviously, I won't ask you too many questions regarding to the squad because you're taking to it as a clean slate. But what you saw against Sunderland, was that enough for you to say, yeah, it's going to be some good football here this season?
Yeah, I think the Sunderland game was pretty good. I don't know, I think we got a bit unlucky with Chambers' mistake, didn't we? But at the end of the day, I think we played pretty well. I mean, I enjoyed watching the Colchester game. I thought everyone played really well together, and I think if we can just get that consistency, it'd be great.
You mentioned a good point there. Chambers from zero to hero last weekend. Obviously made a mistake against Sunderland, John, and then rescued a point in the 90 plus 4 on Saturday. But, you know, he's got competition for his place at the moment, and to be fair, he may find it difficult to get back into the squad at times. Do you really think that Luke Chambers is past his peak, or do we think he's still there and thereabouts as our captain?
My personal opinion, I reckon he should be on the bench, and he should still be part of the team because he does really G the players up. He's Ipswich 110%, but I don't think now it's time to play him week in, week out.
A lot of people would disagree with what you would say there, purely because of the passion that he shows. But you know, performances-wise, it's not really shown, what we'd expect of a centre-back week in, week out.
No, and that's the thing. He makes mistakes. He's slow, but his passion is there. You can't fault him for that. So on the bench, I think he's more than good enough to sit on the bench for us, and just come on if we need him, and injuries. But definitely a bench warmer for us.
So since Saturday, it's been a bit of a busy period for Ipswich Town. Dare I say it? We signed 3 players. Never did I expect when I was writing my notes yesterday that we'd have 2 more players on top of the one. But obviously, Kane Vincent-Young was due to come in over the weekend, so he's signed in, come in as a left back or right back. Which position I don't really know at the moment. Obviously, we've brought in Ant Georgiou, or whatever his name is. Can't even pronounce it. Little to nothing to talk about with his career so far. He'll, probably just a starting block for him. But obviously, the final one, Will Keane's come in. Out of those 3, who's going to be the more important for us?
I think Kane Vincent-Young, it's no secret that right back's a problem, and I think Lambert's made that very clear with selections. But I think they'll all add to the team, and I think the EFL are going to have a word of us, because I don't think they've ever had to get the trophy engravers in this early, really. So, yeah, the squad's looking really good. I don't think anyone can be too displeased. There'll be a few about, but they've got a really good squad going forward. You just need to get the points on the board now, really, to be honest.
Yeah, you're right. We do need to get points. And perfect start tonight, Andy. Do you think the EFL got enough medals for us to win, obviously, the league?
I think they need to get as many as they can in, and ASAP, because it's not going to be long before we're champions.
I know we're unbeaten, but are we being too confident? Are we being too cocky, John?
No, I don't think we are. I think we've got the squad to go forward. We can play football. We've shown that this season. Let's just get the consistency, get the points, and I think Keane playing with Norwood will be fantastic.
Yeah, because it's no secret that Jackson is. I always label him as a finisher. He can't create his own goals, so we need someone to come in and actually hold that ball up and create goals.
Well, this was it. I mean, Saturday we got the penalty, but I don't think he was going to score. I was laughing because he was tripping over his own feet with the ball, and I thought when he got tripped over, and that was just so laughable, because if he'd left him, I don't think he was ever going to put it in the net.
But have we been really tested as a side so far? We've potentially played 2 of the best sides in the league. I'll come to you, Andy. Do you really think we're going to be tested any further than that?
Maybe by teams that are maybe not at the standard we are. Yeah. Sunderland, they were gifted a draw. Peterborough, I mean, if we played as well as we played against Sunderland, against Peterborough, we would have won that match. Yeah. But I think it might be the small teams, maybe like Wimbledon, that we struggle more against.
Yeah, complacency could creep in, and that's important. We've got to keep on top of that, haven't we, Mark?
Yeah, exactly. The teams are going to know what a big occasion it is coming down to Portman Road. They're going to park the bus probably, and we've got we've got to break them down. We've got quality in Judge and Hughes. We've got creative players, and it's going to take. We've got to be patient. As much as we expect to win these games, it might take 30, 40 minutes to grind these teams down, wear them out a bit before we actually start getting on top of the game. Then starting to run away with things, getting towards them 100 goals.
100 points, 100 goals. But boys, it's really important that we keep a clean record at Portman Road. Obviously, still unbeaten at Portman Road. Unbeaten in the league in 3 games. Let's go for scores then. What do you reckon tonight, Ben?
3-0 draw. No, 3-0 win at Ipswich. Go on.
3-0 win, John?
I think 3-0 to Ipswich.
3-0. I'm saying a comfortable 3-0. It's got to be that comfortable. What are you going for, Mark?
5-1, because they ruined my birthday in 2003, so it's taken this time to get this revenge. And Cole Scouse going to score tonight. You've heard it here first.
Cole Scouse to score. Don't come around very often. Go on, Andy.
4-0, Norwood to get 2.
Everyone's going for a win, and hopefully Norwood gets a brace. Cheers for that, boys. Speak to you later. Right, yes, I'm back here with Tom. Tom, mate, how are you feeling after the weekend?
Not too bad now, man. I mean, a bit heavy-headed come Saturday evening, but yeah, it's worth it in the end.
Well, it's a long old day, wasn't it?
That was a long old day. What time we go? 9 o'clock, 8:30?
Yeah, not too bad. A lot of people moan about the trains on Saturday. What do you make of all of that?
I didn't see anything myself.
No.
Going up there, it's just a bit of fun. I know people are banging on the roof and that, but it's the way days. It's all about when you got to make a racket, make yourself heard.
I think people have to be prepared, don't they? If they're going to games like that, they have to be prepared to accept the fate of their day, it's not going to be in their hands, and they can't control it. But needless to say, no one's safety should be taken into
No, I mean, what happened, well, we weren't there, we left before that, didn't we? But what happened there was between Newcastle, obviously Town fans, and Norwich fans. It's unacceptable, wasn't it, really? You don't expect it. I mean, didn't the police go with pepper spray and stuff like that? It's just not nice, is it, for anyone, especially when there's families involved as well.
It's not very good, but there you go, that's football, isn't it, at the end of the day? Can't control it, no. In terms of tonight, what are you expecting from Ipswich Town?
I'm expecting a dominant display. I mean, I can't expect Wimbledon to come here and be wide open and come at us rapidly. I expect them to play on the break, not give much away, not give us much space in the final third. I've went for a cagey 1-0 win because we're not used to playing in these situations really, where we're big favourites. So I'm not sure if we're used to the expectation on our shoulders tonight.
But we need to get used to that expectation very quickly, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we've got a lot of teams in this league which are going to come here and sit back. 90% of the teams are going to come here and sit back. The only two that maybe aren't are going to be the likes of Pompey and obviously Sunderland sat back. But just the likes of teams at the top are going to come here and attack us. But I can't imagine many teams are going to come here and obviously come at us in numbers at all. They're going to sit back and try and keep a clean sheet.
Yeah. A good 80% of Town fans tonight have gone for a win. But can you tell me the starting lineup, mate?
I can tell you the starting lineup. Like always, mate. Handy man.
On time, come on.
There you go, love it, mate, love it. Right, here we go. From the back, so you got Thomas Oley in goal. You got a back four of Kenlock, Wilson, Wolfenden, and Donatian. Midfield of Flinadine to Downs, said it right that time. Cole Scouse and Andre Dazelle. And then the front three of El Mazzuni, Norwood, and Rowe. Then on the bench you got Norris, Chambers, Edwards, Jackson, Judge. I don't know how you say that. Georgiou and Hughes. There you go.
Right, so Kane Vincent-Young hasn't come in. Chambers has been dropped or rested. Sorry, get that right.
A bit of both.
Yeah. Obviously, Dazelle's come in. Let's just draw from that what we can. We've gone to a 4-3-3. We changed our formation. It's probably something everyone anticipated after the last 3 games. It's become a bit dead in the second half, hasn't it, for the squad?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think 4-4-2 really works, especially in this division. I mean, people moan about you should have 2 up front at home games. You look at the top teams. Man City don't have 1 up front, or don't have 2 up front. They play 1 up front. Man United do exactly the same. So why should we be any different? Why should we go 2 up front? Leave yourself more open in midfield. A lot of teams now play 3 men in midfield. You don't want to be outnumbered there really, because that's where the game can be won and lost, right in the middle. Yeah. So I was expecting a change of formation. I was expecting more of a 4-2-3-1, but welcome a 4-3-3 any day. Yeah,
definitely. Completely agree. All right, let's move on then quickly to your key man. Who do you reckon is going to be a key man tonight?
My key man, I'm going to go for James Norwood again, like I did on the first day of the season. I mean, after getting his first goal on Saturday, you expect him now to kick on. Especially games like this, you expect him to score at least a brace, hopefully. Yeah. If the service is right, that is, from obviously the 2 wide men and midfielders. But yeah, Norwood's going to be my key man. He's massive in games like this. If it's 0-0, he's your man, needs to nick that goal.
Yeah, definitely, completely agree. All right then, mate, cheers for that.
Cheers, mate.
Right, yes, I'm here with some guys from the Italian branch. Let's have your names first. What's your name?
Luca Patrizio.
Patrizio, love that.
Luca and Patrick.
Come on, we gotta go.
You go?
Yeah, hold on. He's a bit eager, isn't he? What do you expect then from Town tonight? Do you want to win?
Yeah, we made 3 nice signings.
Yeah.
So let's hope that the game tonight will be good. I think we have a superior team compared to Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And the support of the fans will help a lot, I think.
And especially from you guys coming over from Italy. Well done. How long did it take you to get here?
Oh, well, we started in 2001 because we went here with Inter supporters when Ipswich play against Inter Milan, and we became friends with some supporters here. And every year we have met with them. So they visit us, we visit here. And my son is the second generation, 16 years old, and there is an Italian official branch in Milan of Ipswich Town.
You've done really well, boys. I love the flag as well. Really nice flag.
54 members.
54
members of.
Well, we need to get all the Italian branch over at some point, and hopefully we can get a win tonight. All right, boys. Cheers. Don, we've got Wimbledon's tonight. In terms of an opponent, Scraped staying in League One last season. 1 point from their first 3 games. They drew after they were 1-0 up against Accrington at the weekend. Accrington went down to 10 men and still drew. Tonight's as good as a night to get a result at Portman Road, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. We need to get a result now. I feel that myself. No more excuses really now. I want to see Town get 3 points tonight, and I'm really hoping for that. And I'm normally not as definite on a result, but I want to see Town win.
Yeah. If we don't win tonight, serious problems are happening, aren't they?
Absolutely. I feel that the goodwill with Paul Lambert will evaporate amongst certain quarters, and it won't take much for that to happen. And a lot of fans are still a bit unhappy about the fact we don't go on to win games. We did it on Saturday at Peterborough. Yeah. We had a lead and we let Peterborough back in. Although I do feel Posh were better than what people gave them credit for before the game. So every game is a tough game, especially away from home.
Yeah. And now we've got those first 3 out of the way, unbeaten. We've got to have the cutting edge now to take it forward and show this league what we're about.
Absolutely. We're respected. We're a big club in League One, and we've got quality players amongst our ranks, and there's no reason why we shouldn't go on and do well.
No. So prediction for tonight, mate?
I want to go 2-1 to Ipswich.
Brilliant. Cheers for that, mate.
Cheers, Ash.
The right, Lou, Jesus Christ, where do I start? We are 1-0 down to AFC Wimbledon at Portman Road. What do you make of that?
Horrific, mate. Kenlock don't know what he's doing. He won't run past the halfway line. Then if he does, he screws it up anyway. It's just dreadful.
As bad as half's come in the whole time I've watched Ipswich Town. I don't think I've seen one that bad.
No, definitely not. I don't know the last time that we were booed off at half time, but today was one of them days.
Yeah. It just seems lacklustre. We don't. The first 11 minutes, for example, there weren't a single shot on goal, and there weren't nothing to look at.
No, we need to take the game to them. They don't want it. If we run at them, get the ball to Rowe, let him run at them. Even Kenlock, they're standing off of him, but he just stops and passes it to his right.
Yeah.
So
we brought in 3 players this week. That obviously we haven't got enough on the pitch at the moment. I mean, where does the impact come from second half?
I think Jackson's got to come on.
Yeah.
And we keep kicking the ball to Norwood to bring down, but there's no one behind him anyway, even if he brings it down. So I think someone needs to come off of him or hold the ball up, flick it on for Norwood to run off of him, because nothing's working at the moment.
Final score then, mate?
2-1 Town.
Love it. Cheers.
You fat bastard! You fat bastard! You fat bastard! You fat bastard!
Right, Dino. Somehow we've rescued a fucking win from that. Just give me a short description of how bad that game was.
If that's what the home game's going to be like, I think I'll die of a heart attack, mate. I tell you, it was.
Tell you what, I feel physically sick after that. Absolutely physically sick.
Fucking sick I've ever been, mate. Jesus Christ. I've never blooming slagged off a bunch of players for 90 minutes in my life
to being the fucking heroes. Heroes, mate.
You were mugging Jackson off last week, mate. Come on, Lewis, you said 2-1 at half time, mate.
Called it again, mate.
Called it every week.
Nearly
every
100%,
week.
isn't it?
Yeah, no, tell me about it. All right, come in, Ivan, come in, mate, come in. What did you make of that?
I was more concerned with what the stewards were doing. I was more concerned with what the stewards were doing.
I saw that. They were taking people out, weren't they?
Because people were standing, they made a big issue of it.
Yeah.
And yet you got half the North Stand, you got the whole of the lower section of the North Stand standing, and no one says a word.
Yeah.
And yet the people who are standing, they're standing in front of empty boxes.
Yeah.
They're not standing in front of people who are in boxes.
And they got ushered out at 1-0 and just missed us win that game 2-1.
Yeah. And I, for the life of me, I don't understand the stewarding at this place. I never have done. I never will do. But we won. We won,
boys. We won. Bloody buzzing. Jack, what do you make of that, mate?
Oh, mental, wasn't it? Right at the front when Jackson scored. It was mental. I loved it. It was brilliant.
Who thought Jackson would have got his first goal? Will, what did you make of that, mate?
Jackson, I mean, that was seen, I'm begging to be here, but they're the sort of games to play like in the first half, go 2 up top, they're the sort of games that will win you a league.
He should have started, in my opinion. Troy, final word, mate. What did you make of that game?
Oh, I can't believe it's so rubbish. 80 minutes, but the last 10 minutes, bloody hell. So unbelievable. It's just ridiculous.
That's good.
Win.
It's a good win. Right, but anyway, we move on to Saturday, and we've got Bolton away, hopefully, fingers crossed. But until then, come on, you Blues!